film-related interviews, reviews, and content, please like and subscribe to Pooja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. So konnichiwa from my side, since you are quite the linguist. And, I was just reading about you, Taz. You are the true blue global artist. You've done an Italian show, you starred in a K-pop artist's video, you're doing a Hindi film, you speak Japanese, you speak Chinese, you speak Korean. I mean, is there something that you can't do?
You're too nice to me. I have a long way to go, honestly. I think it's just due to my upbringing and life experiences naturally that I picked up Asian languages along the way and embraced different cultures. So yeah, I still have a long way to go, but just keep working hard. But yeah.
And another one to your name, another credit is breaking those stereotypes and typecasts, because it's so nice to see a fellow Punjabi and a Sikh, in part of a Korean video. You're seeing Diljit Dosanjh leading Bollywood films. Who would have thought this day would come?
Right, yeah. It was a big surprise. And even when I worked on the project with RM for the music video, even me myself, I was, quite I had to keep everything quiet, of course. But I was very excited and yeah, it was just a lovely time, great opportunity and amazing experience.
So now talking about the RM video, you've become the talk of the town. And I also like the song Lost, right, basically right place, wrong person. I mean, I think we've all been through that in life. First, tell me, how did this come about? Did you even know that you were auditioning for RM, Namjoon, BTS?
Uh yeah. So at the time, it was last year, 2023, towards the end of 2023. I went through my UK agent, my UK team, and back then we did not know it was just labeled as a Korean project, so it's kept very confidential. Um, and there's a lot of secrecy to it. So I saw the audition details and script, and I gave my first audition for it. And then I had heard a response back later on, and I got a second audition, and they liked it. And then I think about a week or so, days went by, and then I got a confirmation email through my agent, um, and saying, congratulations, you got the job for this Korean project. And me, because I spoke like a bit of Korean and things all throughout my life, I was very excited, and I was like, nice, nice. I finally get to do something like a Korean project, like and speak Korean or do something like that in Korean entertainment. And it was only a few days after did I realize after that confirmation did they get in touch with my agent, or my agent got in touch with me and says, just to give you an update that you'll be working with RM. So in my mind, of course, I was thinking, who would I be working with? Like, is it Taeyeon or something else or some Korean? And then RM, BTS. So I was like over the moon, lost for words in that aspect. I was really, really excited, surprised, and just super happy. So it was a very exciting time for me. I remember everything back then. So
I mean, just asking you about the process for our viewers, what was it like working with him? Because, whatever I've observed about RM is, again, I feel that he is also a universal, total global artist. Because I was telling a friend of mine, everyone resonates with him. I mean, me being an Indian and a Punjabi, I would be happy to see him in an Indian film because he's got that vibe. He kind of can acclimatize himself to any culture. So, what was it like for you working with him?
amazing. Honestly, I think like if I look back at it, it is my most favorite project experience to date. And I say that, well, of course, working with him, it was amazing artistically. But he's also like he's very human. He's very relatable, and you can like. It felt like for me, like I was working with friends, on a set like that. So it was, it was very, very, very easy to kind of connect with him and work with everyone, and it was just a lovely time. Like just the whole vibe of it. Like how do I say it? Like um just everybody on the project, everybody in the set, the whole artistical kind of creative inspiration behind this to kind of get there. And I have to say a big thank you to San Yon as well, the creative director, for giving me that kind of creative inspiration, and Paul Perry, the director, for directing me to what you see today. So yeah, it was an honor working with everyone. It was an honor working with Ariam, and yeah, it was just a really good time, you know, like when you're just having a really good time and everybody's feeling that good energy, you know, it was just amazing. Yeah.
Any memory you want to share? Anything? Interaction with him? Because this man is also very politically, socially, culturally very, very, very aware. And also, I think what you are doing, they have also been doing in that space is showing that art is diverse and also inclusive as well.
Yeah. I think it's nice and it's encouraging and to embrace even more diversity. And I think I look back at myself now, and people have been asking me this recently, and I think maybe, you know, I'm kind of very fortunate to have embraced many different cultures and be very, as a human being and artist, more diverse in that aspect. Um, there was a lot of memories, a lot of funny times, a lot of great memories I could share. Um, for instance, there was one time my favorite scene out of them all was like they built this tall kind of thing where we had to have wires, and you see in the music video at the end where RM is climbing up all those people and he comes towards the top, and as he gets through that hole of the desk of that TV show desk thing, his head pops up. And you just see me and the other host, and we just look. That took a lot of it was difficult. It took a lot of time to kind of like prepare everything, but it was fun. It was worth it. Another time was there was a time where I was on set and we were doing a take and I heard the music in the background, right? So I didn't know the whole song at this time either. So I was just listening to it, and then at that point when this is cut, the music carried on and the music changed. And I really got into the vibe of it. And I remember turning to him and said, that was pretty nice. That was really nice, you know. And we like fist bumped at the end. So
Oh,
it
that
was a
was
vibe. It
nice.
was a good vibe. Yeah, everything was amazing.
Awesome. And also, how did you get interested in Korean? Because I mean, I'm in your part of the world currently. I'm also interested in Korean, and I got interested. I'm sure you also around the time before this Hallyu wave, I think, just consumed the entire world.
Hmm.
And I hear you're doing a Korean project as well. Whatever little you can tell us about it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for me, so you're looking about 10 years ago now. Actually, no, my very first time I got introduced to Korean culture was back in high school times with my friends. And that was the first time I heard about Big Bang and G-Dragon and things like that. So I would go to school and but I grew up with Asian friends, so like you know Korean, like Chinese, Japanese, all that kind of like that culture. And back then, Big Bang was quite like very popular, and it related to a lot of Asians and people in there. So I listened to it. My friends, uh, you know, encouraged me to check it out. It was something new, and you know, to the whole UK like thing back then. So I listened to it, and I listened a bit more, and then I slowly embraced the culture a bit more and things, and I got kind of a bit more into it. And then my friends also recommended me like this Korean drama I watched, which again, this is like over like this is over 10 years ago now. So, and I remember like learning the language, and it was back then I knew it was different. Back then I knew because it was different but interesting, but it had a lot of things to it that made it unique. One day it's gonna be really popular and will resonate with the whole world. And I remember telling my parents this and my friends, and nobody believed me, right? This is like a long time ago. But yeah, back then I started learning the language, speaking a bit of Korean, and I used to be very fast and conversational back in what 20 as years went by, back in 2013, I remember speaking with my Korean friend, just like general conversations, and I was quite fast at that point. And then afterwards, I didn't practice it as much, and I was keeping up with my studies and everything. And also back then, my inspirations for acting also began at that time as well. So just naturally my life kind of just evolved from that one point to another and just embracing. I have to always go back and I gave her like back then, a long time back in what 2012 or 2013, I promised my Korean friend that one day, you know, if I ever succeed as an actor, if I grow as an actor, I will do something in Korean entertainment. Somehow I will find a way, I will figure it
Wow.
out. And 10 years later, and then like, and this project came out. I remember texting him. I was like, "Yo, I kept my promise."
And
It
that
was
too with
amazing.
BTS, and now you have a Korean drama coming your way, and whatever little.
It's it's well, I've done an audition, so it's still in talk. So we'll see how it goes. There's a lot of things also that have to be before it's finalized, but you know, I'm trying my best, and honestly, it's a little luck along the way and hard work, and I'll just keep at it.
Awesome. And you also have Tehran and you have Ulaj. So was it easier to navigate the Korean entertainment than Bollywood?
Uh, honestly. Bollywood has been a lot more, I would say, what's the word? It's been I've been having a lot more auditions with Bollywood in the past years. I did have a lot of challenges trying to break into the Korean entertainment and even getting an agency and those kind of things. I remember even years ago it was very, very difficult. Uh, I took the topic exam for which is like I believe it's a government certificate, or it's an exam which you take which says you can basically speak Korean, and it also gives you, I think, points for the work visa. I'm not 100% sure now because I've forgotten. But I took the topic exam about 2 years ago, and I thought maybe this might also help me try and get a Korean agent or Korean film and TV agent or something along the way. And I did a lot of networking, and there's a lot of like hack hour groups, and you hear about these Netflix castings and things like that. So I kept at it. I tried maximize my chance in every possible area or direction for perhaps a better day tomorrow kind of thing, a better future for tomorrow. So maybe my job next day it's a little bit more easier to try and get to my goal kind of thing. So it was very much, it was also planned but also very unplanned. So yeah, and it's I still have those challenges and difficulties. It's I have to try my best in all areas. But I would say, generally speaking, Bollywood, I've been fortunate to work on the set of Tehran and Uraj. And I've also had a lot of last few weeks. I've had some Bollywood auditions come my way as well. So we'll just have to wait and see. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
But do you actually feel now for your generation it's going to be easier breaking into Bollywood because we do
I,
have seeker, leading. I mean, like Diljit Dosanjh, and you have Amy Rick and all these people trying in Bollywood also. They're no longer caricatured because that's what Bollywood's mentality was, to caricature the others. Do you think now it's going to get easier?
my my guess and feeling, I think this generation and things going forward, especially with the whole push for diversity, I think it'll be a lot easier. Yeah, I think it's a lot more. I think the world is now at a stage of encouraging more diverse or different aspects, or what's the word? I would say it's more welcoming and encouraging
Yeah.
from people from different backgrounds and cultures to embrace, Bollywood or whatever it is, or Korean. Anything.
What can you tell us about Tehran and Ulaj?
Nothing.
That's okay. I get that. When they promoted me
Uh,
to you again,
yeah, I have
a
to.
little
I
you can
have to
tell us.
be. Yeah, sorry. I have to be a bit careful because I anything that's out there already, I'm not sure if they want me to say much on it, but I believe it's coming out in July or later this year, and I think Tehran is also coming out later this year as well. So we just have to wait and see how it comes out. But I will say it was absolutely lovely being on those sets, and big thank you to Sudhanshu Sir, the director of Raj. Um, and I just had a lot of good experiences. And you just have to wait and see until it comes out.
Absolutely. When in life did you feel right place, wrong person and lost?
In my life, a lot of times, if I'm being honest about it, like 2023 was a very difficult year for me. Um, I also felt lost as a human being. Like throughout my life, there was times of uncertainty. There would be times of, I feel confident, I know what I'm capable of. I had that internal kind of belief and confidence. But then externally in the outside world, I would not perhaps see the results or outcomes that would validate that kind of
Yeah.
internal belief and confidence. So those times it was very difficult, and I would keep at it, and there would be a lot of times where you would see nothing going your way, and there's also times where even in the social aspect where you have friends and good friends or people and then things change and circumstances change, and then you kind of also as a human being start to perhaps doubt yourself, and it's very interesting, I think. And going back to the whole idea of lost as well, I think we're all human, and we try our best, and we have our aspirations and goals, but we like to perhaps think we can plan things or have a particular aspect of control in our lives. But there are times where just like everybody else, we are just like lost, and we just try our best.
In this case, it would be found right place, right person.
Yeah, maybe. Some people joke to me about that. I was like, yeah, perhaps.
Awesome. So what are you looking forward to? Anybody on your wish list that you want to now collaborate with? Now, I would say like the world is at your feet.
Uh, I don't know. I'm still the same person as I was like, weeks ago or a year ago, I feel. I would like to do more things in Korean entertainment. I believe I think I saw in Hindustan Times was it Weha Jun or a Korean actor said he
Yeah,
wished to.
I was the one who interviewed him.
Oh, awesome, awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remembered like reading something, an article saying he wants to do something more in Bollywood, and I found it interesting because I want to do more in Korea as well. Like if I ever get a chance. So if possible, if that ever happens, if I could ever get a chance to work with him, it'd be an honor or do something. I
Lovely to
also
see you and Viha June. Let's
that
manifest that. The
that'd
bad
be
and the
cool, right?
crazy. It could be called the bad and crazy in Bollywood.
For sure, I'm up for it. But yeah, if it happens, it happens. But right now I'm doing my best, and I'd love to do more in Bollywood. There's a lot of people I would love to like work with if I ever got the chance, And you also have that kind of slight fan moment inside as well. But yeah, the list could go on. But for right now, I've been fortunate I finished another Japanese TV project here in Japan, and I have something also in the pipeline here. So I'm just keeping my word for this next month for them, and I'll finish that, and I'll see how everything's going from there. Yeah.
You're going to go down in history as someone who's like so many cultures, being British, Asian, all that. I mean, somewhere did you have that, when you assimilate so many cultures, was there ever a moment was like, where do I actually belong? You're not British enough, you're not Asian enough, you're not.
Yeah, I think, maybe it just fits with the whole lost vibe of the music video. I think I'm lost as well. Honestly, I mean, if I look back at it, so you don't get to control where you're born. So I was born in the UK, I was born in Glasgow. So I'm actually Scottish and I have the accent, but I left at a young age to do my studies. So I can turn the accent on and off. But like, yeah, I've got the British neutral style. But like, yeah, growing up in the UK and then of course Punjabi Indian family and the Indian roots, and then watching Bollywood movies and go to the Gurdwara and Rakhi and all these events and family gatherings and everything. So I was very much Indian in that aspect. And then of course growing up with my Asian friends, I was introduced to like Japanese manga. Like I loved Dragon Ball, Naruto, those kind of things when I was growing up, and like um Korean culture, entertainment, and that just I guess it was just for, if I'm honest with you, it was my love for embracing different cultures and art and embracing and appreciating that kind of uniqueness in some way that, I kind of understand or I can relate and understand to something in a particular artistic way and have some kind of appreciation and love for it. Back then, growing up in high school and as the years went by and spending time with my friends, I didn't really think of it as much. I just thought, oh, this is cool. This is nice. Oh, this is interesting. But looking back at it, I think it's because I had a kind of warm love for those different cultures and languages and things that now I look back at it today, that was probably my main inspiration for it.
Kudos. I mean, amazing. I think people should take a leaf from your book because you've learned the languages, you've tried those. I think the world has now just become a smaller place, like what BTS has done, has made, they put K-pop on the map and made the world a smaller place. You're doing the same as well. Thank you so much. So before I wrap up, in one word, describe your co-stars. First, I'll start with RM.
He's all about the vibe. Generally, he's all about the vibe. If I can say that in one sentence, all about the vibe. Bro, thank you so much, man. It was a pleasure working with you. It was an honor, and yeah, just the whole artistic inspiration, everything was amazing. So yeah, one phrase to sum that up: all about the vibe.
John
Um,
Abraham.
John Abraham. Again, I can't say much because I have to wait till Turan comes out, so you'll see if I worked with him or if I didn't work with him or whatever. But he's very interesting. I believe his background as well. He's also quite a spiritual kind of person as well. He's quite a deep thinker. He also works hard a lot. He always keeps in good shape as well. So that's also kind of like athletic inspiration as well, and to work hard as well, perhaps. So yeah.
Janvi Kapoor.
Jean-Vic Kapoor. Oh, professional. Um, Professional. She takes her work very seriously and amazing to be around. Yeah, amazing to be around.
And one person on your wish list, one actor you really want to share screen space with. It could be anyone because I think you're going to manifest it all. Anyone that you really want to share screen space with.
If I go back to my time with my Korean friends, and I was, oh, if I ever want to work with this Korean actor, it would be either Cha Seung-won or Lee Byung-hun, because those were the two inspirations. I watched this like thriller drama 10 years ago, and I found it moving, and I was like, okay, if I want to one day be able to do this somehow, yeah, kind of thing, So I want to. That was my also my inspiration for art and acting. So I took acting lessons then, and that's what encouraged me. So if I ever kind of got the chance to ever work with them, that would be a real big personal moment for me. It would mean a lot. So
Thank you so much. And if you work with Lee Byung-hun, you can take me along. I can come as your assistant or whatever because I'm a huge fan as well. But what should I say?
100%.
Gamsamida, shukriya. What do I say? Because konbanwa, konnichiwa. No, sorry, I flunked
Konbanwa.
Japanese, so I'm learning Korean. Korean,
True.
한국어 말하기 잘 못해요. So,
괜찮아. 걱정 마.
but thank you so much. More power to you, and may the world be yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
감사합니다.
you. Thank you. Gamsamida. Thank you.
Have a lovely day. Thank you so much. Lovely
You
to
too.
talk with you.
Bye-bye.
See you.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.